John Savage all day.
Sitting here reminiscing, just flowing with the wind. Introspecting my life on the front line, watching the hood in the trench while it's clutch time. Many perceptions, but living is a pastime. See, we all play a part, these are repercussions. Doctors and white coaches, you see the reaper coming. It's enough to make you holler out like David Ruffin. If you ain't up in this Bible, then you lack the substance. So many devils in disguise will let them pull me under. This life get lonely at times, gotta stay on your grind. Niggas love when you dead broke, but hate when you shine. I keep my head to the sky, feet planted on solid ground. I turn to the most high when nobody's not around. Walk in my shoes, you will cover a lot of miles. Right back to my stomping grounds where police is not allowed. Mothers be selling stamps and stomachs be touching backs, but you have survived black, so now we don't looking back. Reminiscing about life, but we flowing with the wind. We just flowing with the wind. New life, what up? Reminiscing about life, but we flowing with the wind. We just flowing with the wind. We on the move. Reminiscing about life, but we flowing with the wind. We just flowing with the wind. It's a wave. Reminiscing about life, but we flowing with the wind. We just flowing with the wind. All around the world like Harlem Globetrotters. We ain't nothing but some soldiers and some known scholars. Across the line, we attacking like some rock wallers. But don't worry, God got us. He is no knowledge. We don't argue, we just bounce like hydraulics. Got scoffers trying to figure out how to stop us. Another dope track, another hot topic. Yeah, they won't be humble, but that gets no respect. We just tell it how it is, that get your feelings in check. I ain't tickling ears and I ain't trying to finesse. See, we want eternal life when the soul is collected. So I fire at will, they say I'm over aggressive. But the methods are fortified, you can run but you can't hide. Israel is gonna rise, but niggas is gonna die. So search for your holy crown, don't let them hold you down. Your light is shining bright, can see you in the crowd. Reminiscing about life, we flow with the wind. We just flow with the wind in the air with it. Reminiscing about life, but we flow with the wind. We just flow with the wind, sky high. Reminiscing about life, but we flow with the wind. We just flow with the wind. Reminiscing about life, but we flow with the wind. We just flow with the wind. Bomb Yasharala bringing vibes, so nostalgia. Came a long way from dark nights and public housing. Keep the commandments, you'll have everything added. House full of goods, whole family looking lavish. I do this for my loved ones, you gotta feel my passion. The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall never want, man. I came from the dirt, and I still need a dustpan. Used to be corrupt till you see how far your luck ran. The streets getting crazy, looking like Vietnam, mixed with gangland. Can't say the wrong thing, you playing hangman. Now you overstand, or you lay under. If you want answers, better look above us.
Shalom, Israel. It's your boy Nubreed coming through with another live stream, giving y'all some of that spiritual voltage that you signed up for. All praises to the Most High. I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. I see people rolling in the chat pretty quick. I see Monica's in the house. Open Eyes is in the house. Look, Scotty, what's up? Vote Keeper. Brenda, Letitia Jones, Sonia, Jamali, what's good with y'all? What's good? Justin Wine's in the house. LaDonda's in the house. Crystal's in here. Ebony, Uriel, my boy Bang Out. I see you, Bang Out. Salute, family. Rebel Queen. Roberto, how you doing this morning, bro? Brandon Curry's in the house. All praises to the Most High. I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. As you enter the stream, make sure y'all hit it with a thumbs up. Allow this video to spread all through the algorithm, because this one right here is going to be one of those very impactful streams. Millennium Jess, I see you in the house. Julie Talks. Okay, Jayden. Man, y'all rolling in here pretty quick. All praises to the Most High. We got to talk about semen retention. We got to talk about going monk mode and how much it's a game changer. Now, we're speaking predominantly in the male body, but I believe brothers and sisters can learn from this particular stream about what a healthy sex life is about. A healthy sex life. Because, you know, when you say a healthy sex life, people typically believe that means somebody who's getting it popping a lot, somebody who's getting it in a whole lot, right? A person who's having a lot of sex. They believe that that's what a healthy sex life is. Well, on the contrary, brothers and sisters, a healthy sex life is when all your faculties are in place. Everything is operating and functioning optimally, and you're not suffering at all with any type of health problems in that region whatsoever. That would be a healthy sex life. A healthy sex life would mean that you're producing life. All right. A healthy sex life means you're making babies out here. You're bringing forth seed, and it's not overindulgence. It's not overindulgence. So when we're speaking in regards to semen retention, we're going to talk about for married couples, people who are in relationships and people who are quote unquote single. All right. Thank you for the $5 contribution, Rebel Queen. Highly appreciate you. She says, Shalom, New Breed, and everyone. Shalom to you, sister. And thank you for your contribution. Highly appreciate you. Now, we got to talk about this because, ladies and gentlemen, it's the elephant in the room that seems to be invisible. Nobody wants to talk about this. Nobody wants to really touch on semen retention and the fact that a lot of people are dealing with porn addiction. A lot of people are dealing with masturbation addiction. A lot of people are sex addicts in this day and age. And it plays a huge role, ladies and gentlemen, in the demoralization of our society. It's demoralizing us. It's a psyop strategy. It's a weapon being used against the people to make people lethargic, to make people psychologically distorted. And we got to put it into it. And I want to talk about how it's a game changer. A lot of you brothers are going to gain a lot of edification from this stream. I'm telling you right now. Brothers, it's a game changer when you go on semen retention in general. Now, I spoke about this for a number of years. One thing you brothers got to understand in this day and age, right, is that feminism has altered the egos of women. They've changed. You know, it's going on like that, brothers. And a lot of these sisters out here, they need leadership. They need guidance, right? But here's the issue, brothers. How could you lead a female, lead a woman, lead a wife, if in fact you cannot even control yourself? Brothers, you cannot control anything around you if you cannot control yourself. That's what you need to understand, brothers. You need to know this. A righteous man, a chosen man, an elected man has discipline. He has discipline. Now, brothers, I'm going to give you some game here today about semen retention that's going to really get you on the right path. You're going to really want to try this thing out immediately. And you're going to try to prove me wrong on this. You're going to put it to the test. I'm telling you. Self-control is absolutely a necessity in leading a wife. All right? Self-control is a necessity when it comes to you reaching the next level as a man in general. All right? Now, I want to go into a scripture here. And this is for the married couples. We're going to start off with you brothers first, who happen to be in relationships, who happen to, be involved. Let's talk about the importance of taking breaks from sex. Now, before we go into the scripture, let me just put this out here. In case people don't know what monk mode is, let me break it down to you. All right. So semen retention is, let's break down all of them. First and foremost, semen retention is when a brother, he basically can have sex. Some brothers even practice something called edging, which I'm totally against, where they actually masturbate, but they don't release. But semen retention is just making sure you don't spill your seed. All right. And that's something that a lot of brothers practice to build up more testosterone. I don't recommend semen retention in that form. All right. I don't recommend that whatsoever. All right. I don't recommend you dealing with pornography at all. I don't recommend you edging. That's a no-no. That could cause blue balls and a number of other things, right? A number of problems. Brothers have sex without releasing. That's semen retention. I don't recommend that, but to each his own, right? And then you have no fap. That's just simply a man not masturbating. All right. He may be having sex with his wife. He may be dealing with his woman or whatnot, but he's not masturbating. All right. Now, monk mode is straight up no porn, no masturbation, no sex. You and your significant other, y'all take a break. Somebody said edging is a setup. It got to come out eventually. Yeah, edging would destroy you. I mean, edging is just not right. That'll tear you apart, man. You don't do that. I mean, even spiritually, on a level of edging, that'll corrupt your very seed. Like, you don't want to corrupt your seeds, man. You know what I'm saying? Because those seeds that's swimming around inside you, you can corrupt them. And people wonder why certain children are born certain ways. Like, brothers, what you do within your body plays a role on your seeds. So you got to care about your seed. Your sperm, your seed, has the capability to create a full-grown adult all the way to its fullest potential, a man or a woman. Right? It creates a baby, which grows into a man or a woman. That could be a doctor. That could be an astronaut. That could be a therapist. That could be all of that. So, we don't recommend edging. Somebody asked what edging is. I believe we already said that. You must be just coming in. Edging is when a person actually masturbates but does not release. All right. We don't recommend that. So you got semen retention, you got no fap, and then you got monk mode. All right. I recommend monk mode wholeheartedly. Monk mode all day, right? Don't deal with anything. Stay pure, right? Now, let's continue. We're going to go to the scriptures here. And this one's for brothers and sisters who may be in relationships and they want to practice monk mode or semen retention. Let's just stick to monk mode because that's what it is. It's a form of semen retention where you're not dealing with you stand far away from all temptations altogether. Now, we're going to 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and we're going to start off in verse 3, and it reads, "Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife have not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband have not power of his own body, but the wife." Meaning, if you're in a relationship, you are not supposed to be defrauding one another. You are not supposed to be defrauding one another from sex. All right. There should be no reason why that husband has to go into the basement and pull up some flicks and grab some Jergens because he has desires to have sex, and his wife is defrauding him. There should be no reason why the husband is defrauding the wife, and now she got to pull out those toys, those lightsabers from under the bed, zoo, 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 and get to using it on herself. It should be no reason why in a relationship these people are defrauding each other. All right? The Bible prohibits that. You do not defraud one another. All right? There's no reason why you should be using sex as a weapon out here, ladies, telling your man, well, he ain't acting right, so he ain't getting none tonight. It shouldn't be none of that. If that's the case, if you cannot please your man physically, then you should go ahead and consider polygyny. You should consider letting that man have another wife if you're not able to fulfill your wifely duties. All right? Now, let's go back to these scriptures here. Let's go back here, and we in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Verse 5. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your inconsistency. All right? Now, it's good to take breaks, but you have to be in agreement. When you can agree, listen, sweetheart, listen, babe, we're going to take a break. I want to spend some time for fasting. I want to spend some time for prayer, supplication. I want to build my testosterone up. I want to get my body right. I want to take some time where we take a break. It has to be on consent. Now you have to agree on that date, and then y'all come back together. So if you're in a relationship, it depends pretty much on how long y'all want to go on that break. It can be 2 months. It could be 3 weeks. It could be 2 weeks. But those breaks where you're not having sex and you going straight up monk mode, it makes a big difference on your health. And I'm going to tell you brothers, something. A lot of y'all brothers are out here. Y'all trying to find wives. You trying to find a significant other. You want a lady in your life. And some of y'all brothers are dealing with different sisters, and you're trying to find something good. And you may be in a place of frustration. You may be in a place of frustration due to how modern culture has pretty much spun our sisters out of control to a degree. A lot of our sisters, if the shoe don't fit, don't try to fit it, right? A lot of you brothers, you're tired and don't even realize it. You brothers are tired because while you're trying to manifest all your gifts and bring it to reality, while you brothers are chasing these women, while you brothers are basically lusting after a lot of sisters who are not interested in you, while you brothers are releasing your energy to these monitors and these screens, while you brothers are chasing, while you brothers are hitting these inboxes, while you brothers are going on dates, only to find out that another one didn't work, or you're frustrated and all your attempts seem to go non and void. Brothers, you're tired. Brothers, you need to gain your power back. Brothers, you need to gain your strength back. There has to come a time where you say, you know what? I'm going to focus on building me. I am going to cleanse myself. I am going to be as pure as I possibly can. I am going to delete all of the porn out of my computer. I'm going to focus on fitness. I'm going to focus on what I put in my body. I'm going to focus on what I have to do at my workplace to reach the next level, what I have to do if I'm starting my own company to reach the next level, you know what? I'm going to focus on me. And brothers, it has to come a time where you come to this realization. See, there's a reason why men who are considered middle ages begin to travel abroad. It's a reason why these men are beginning to be able to fulfill all their dreams. Why they finally are excelling in their respective careers. It's because they didn't reach the age where the focus is not on these women like that. The focus is on, you know what, I got to build myself up. And now they're able to do whatever it is they need to do. Telling you, brothers, you got to gain your power back. And sometimes in relationships, you don't even realize that you may be overdoing it. You may be giving too much of yourselves. And sometimes it's good to take those breaks. Somebody said, Nubreed, could you please explain how to stop wet dreams during semen retention? The wet dreams, they're going to happen at first because you got to understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a succubus spirit, which we're going to get into that actually in this video. We're going to talk about that succubus demon, and we're going to talk more about wet dreams. But you got to understand that when you are constantly masturbating and you're dealing with porn, see, the issue is this. There is a spirit that has become acclimated to you releasing your energy. And something in the spiritual realm gains instant gratification from you releasing your seed. So when you stop releasing that seed, when you start purifying and cleansing yourself and getting all that brain fog out of your mind, what tends to happen is that demon will attack you at your lowest point, at your weakest point, rather, which is while you're asleep. Which there's through time, through discipline, man, I'm gonna tell you, on a spiritual level, through time and discipline, man, you can fight them spirits in your dreams. I'm talking about you'll begin to have control, lucid dream style. So it just is all a progression. It's all a progression, which we'll get into that. We'll definitely get into that. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13 says, there have no temptation taken you, but such is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, there is no temptation that is not common to man. Every man have to deal with the same temptations. Every man deals with the same temptations, whether it be the temptation of the belly, whether it be drugs, whether it be sex, whether every man deals with temptations, the same ones, they're all common. But with these temptations given, the Most High God makes a way to escape it. All right. There's always a way to escape it. All right. Now, I want to talk about some ways to escape it. There are some thought patterns that you can have. Now, some of you brothers are going to be like, wow, I never thought of it this way. But when that temptation arises to you to flip that screen, right, and to you to visit a site and do some things to yourself, abuse yourself, I want you to think outside of yourself. I want you to have an outer body experience. And I want you to put yourself in another part of your room using this. And I want you to look down on yourself and look what you're about to do. Look what you're about to do. Imagine you walking in the room on yourself. I guarantee you, that is going to make you escape that temptation. Just the thought of how nasty that is going to help you escape it. I'm telling you, brothers, real talk. The Most High always makes a way, and there's certain tactics you can utilize to help you overcome that. Because listen, I know what it's like to have that issue where, you know, you watch that type of content and it causes a great deal of social anxiety and you're not able to function properly in society. Listen, as men, if we're not able to focus and hone in on our goals, if we're not able to actually conduct ourselves properly in society, we are no good. We're no earthly good. If we become socially awkward to the point where we can't attract a woman, because listen, women can feel your energy, brothers. Women can feel your energy. Women know. Women know when you've been in a dark ass basement abusing yourself all day. They can feel that energy. It's a perverted energy. And when you get around these sisters, they know it. They can feel it. Where on the contrary, just to show you how much monk mode is a game changer. On the contrary, when you focused on you, when you focus on your goals, when you're not really worried about these sisters at the moment, and you just trying to do you. You ain't watching no porn. You just trying to, every day you get up, you're trying to better yourself. You're trying to make sure you're reaching a new level. Every day that you're doing this, brothers, women will start to gravitate. It's just a fact. They're gonna see certain things on you that you don't even see. You don't even know that you're radiating certain energy. Telling you. Brothers, you let off pheromones. When I say monk mode is a game changer, it's a game changer. It's not all about physical looks either. Brothers, as men, you let off pheromones. And women can feel the pheromones. And they'll begin to speak. They'll begin to approach you. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, you're right. You can feel the energy. Absolutely. Women can feel when a man is not perverted. And there's so many men out here that are perverted, that's all they deal with 24/7. It is porn and masturbation and whoremongering and whoredom. That, brothers, you chosen ones, you men who want to discipline yourselves, once you go on monk mode, you will stand out like a sore thumb. Because they're not used to those type of men. So you're going to stick out like a sore thumb, brothers. Like, it is a game changer. A lot of you brothers wonder, you know, why you having these issues attracting a wife. Listen, put away the porn. Focus on you. And you got to understand, a woman's body is designed to please you as a man. Now, what happens psychologically when you pleasing yourselves? What happens when you are pleasing yourselves? When women get around you, they're going to be disgusted. Straight up. Now, let's go. Let's talk about the importance of our seeds, brothers. First and foremost, the Bible tells us the first commandment known to man is to do what? Live fruitful and to multiply. That's right. Live fruitful and to multiply. So the purpose of your seed is to make a baby, is to create life, is to produce life. And in some instances, when you are abusing sex, even sex, not just masturbation, not just pornography, but we talking about sex, when you are abusive and you just continue to overdo it, right? Let me show you what could be the judgment for men who do so, right? All these wannabe porn stars out here. Let's give the judgment. Let's go to these scriptures. Let's go to Genesis chapter 38. And we're going to start off and we're going to start off in verse 6. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, Go in unto thy brother's wife and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. Now, for those who don't understand how the law was back then, if you had a brother and your brother was to die, which the brother was slew because he was considered wicked in the sight of the Most High. If you had a brother and he did not bear children to his wife or wives, the brother was responsible for bearing children. See, back then, if you was to die, your brother would take your wife. All right, that's how it worked. So that woman would not have to go to another man and have different DNA entering her. It would be the same DNA because she would be dealing with a brother opposed to dealing with some other dude out there. So it was commanded by the king at the time, which was Judah, to go unto thy brother's wife and create seed. Marry this woman. Make sure that you raise up seed to thy brother. See, it was a child that was meant to be born, right? Now, let's continue here. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass, when he went unto his brother's wife, that he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother. And the thing which he did displeased the Lord. Wherefore he slew him also. He slew him also. Onan was killed for pulling out and wasting seed on the ground. He was killed for it. Just to show you that at times there's a purpose for why you're dealing with a woman. Listen, let me make this clear. Yes, sex is to please your wife. Sex is very pleasurable. It feels good, right? But sex originally is to do what, ladies and gentlemen? Raise seeds. Create a baby. So he went on to the woman. He went on to the woman, his brother's wife, enjoyed the sex from her, enjoyed her body, ravished her, but pulled out, and the Most High slew him too. So that should reel you back in to what sex is about, right? Yeah, somebody said you're killing yourself when you waste seed. Oh yeah, man. We haven't even got into the horrendous damaging effects from masturbation. We haven't even got into that yet. We haven't even dug beneath the surface. There's like so much I can say right now. A lot of brothers wondering why they suffering from erectile dysfunction. A lot of brothers wondering why they out here flaccid. That's because you're dealing with yourself, and then when it comes to real life encounters and experiences, you're not able to function properly. A lot of brothers wonder why they suffering from certain ailments, why they suffer from premature ejaculation. Look at what you're doing to yourself. Somebody said semen is very expensive. Think how scarce it is compared to other elements. There's less men than women. Absolutely. This is why I speak on brothers protecting your seed, really respecting your seed, being careful who you deal with, things of that nature. Yeah, somebody said all facts you're dealing with. I learned this some years ago. Facts. Yep, it can cause blindness. It can also cause depression. And there's also all kinds of psychological issues that come from masturbating. A lot of psychological issues. And there's spiritual ramifications. Now, there's more scriptures that I'm going to go to some sources. Allow me to share my screen with y'all. Allow me to share my screen. And I want y'all to go ahead and hit it with a thumbs up if you gain an edification in this stream as well. Hit it with a thumbs up. Now, let's talk about this succubus. Now, somebody was asking about wet dreams and things of that nature. We got to understand spiritually what's going on. We got to understand spiritually what's going on with this addiction that a lot of people suffer from. Now, this is from Industrial Psychiatry Journal, pardon me. Succubus is also known as demon female lover who approaches males in their dreams to have sex. This is the phenomenon which is rarely described in psychiatric literature. It is more identified as a cultural belief in different religions. We report the 2 cases diagnosed with schizophrenia, who's reported this rare phenomenon of succubus as part of the psychopathology and discussed the phenomenon of succubus. Succubus is understood as a Lilith demon in female form or supernatural entity that appears in dreams to seduce men, usually through sexual activity. The description of the same can be traced back to folklore or medieval times. The male equivalent of this is known as an incubus. More anthropologists and psychologists, believe the explanation of succubus and incubus to be supernatural for sleep paralysis. And so the brother was asking earlier about, about the wet dreams. You got to understand there's an origin behind it. This is a female demon that wants to extract from you. And I'm going to tell you, monk mode is a game changer. The thing about it, a lot of mistakes that people make on semen retention and No Fap is they'll go on No Fap, they'll go on semen retention, but they're still opening those portals, those gateways, which is these computers a lot of the times, right? And since they're watching certain things, although they may not be releasing, they may not be dealing with masturbation, but you're opening the portal. And this is why it's important to be careful what you watch before you go to sleep. It's important to, pay attention to what you bring into your spirit and into your home. Because when you begin to sleep, the succubus demon wants to extract from you. So monk mode is a game changer when it comes to this. Monk mode is a straight up game changer, bro. Somebody said, ladies, pray for a righteous man. Most High will bring that mate, but you have to be patient. Absolutely. And see, a lot of you brothers, y'all out here, you trying to find a significant other, but you're doing nothing but tiring yourself. When the one who is designated for you, and the wife or wives that's designated for you, brothers, is going to come when you're at your best. Are you listening to me, brothers? The wife or wives that's for you, the Most High God is only going to award those women to you when you are optimal, when you are at your best, when you are disciplined. You got to understand the mentality of a lot of these women these days. A lot of these women are not looking for husbands, all right? Because a lot of these women allow social media to be their husband. They have allowed Instagram and the likes to be their husband. See, instead of having a man there to tell them, hey, baby, you looking sexy today. Hey, boo, you looking good. Give them the compliments that any woman would desire. They're getting it from social media, and they getting hundreds of thousands of these compliments. So, brothers, it will behoove you to focus on you. It will behoove you to do what you need to do. It will be a game changer if you focus on your life. Somebody said, exactly, Instagram is soft porn, social media, and the internet is now designed for self-destruction. Facts, though. And, I don't want to go live real long, but I have one more source that I would like to share with y'all. There's another source that I would like to share with y'all. And it's actually something in history that I was looking back at, man. And this website is called The Psychologist. And this is just something I wanted to share with y'all to show you how much this porn thing is a weapon against you brothers. It is a straight up weapon. All right, allow me to share this with y'all. All right, let's stop that. All right. Now, I'm at The Psychologist. Looking back, sex and psychological warfare. Listen, to show you brothers that it's about emasculation, that this is psyop strategies, that this is warfare against you brothers. I want to read a brief piece of this article here. All the major combatants involved in World War II used pornography as a small part of their psychological operation, psyop strategy. Mostly this involved dropping propaganda leaflets using sexual themes from the air and attempt to demoralize enemy soldiers at the front. These materials are now collected avidly by historians, and they are also an important source of those of us interested in the role of psychology in crucial parts of human history. Young human beings, especially young males, are apt to give considerable attention to sex. In areas of military operations, they are removed from the stimuli of secondary sex references, which are in America, an accepted part of everyone's daily life. It says, our enemies tried to use the resulting pin-up craze for propaganda purposes, hoping that a vain arousal would diminish morale. Now, if they use that for warfare to demoralize these soldiers in World War II, if they use these weapons to demoralize in World War II, what do you think that we have going on right now in mainstream? I mean, in America, when these things are easily accessible everywhere. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, that's messed up. Right, and these youngins got easy accessibility, man. Easy accessibility. So it's a weapon. But when you refrain from this and you put the proper blockers up there, man, it's a game changer. It changes everything. You begin to build yourself up. You begin to focus more. You become the same every day, opposed to having all of this mental fog. You begin to reach your full potential as men out here. Focus on yourself, brothers. Build yourself up. Don't allow modern society to frustrate you. Don't allow society to sexually frustrate you, because that's how you become an incel. When you allow society to make you believe that you need sex all the time. Sometimes it's good to focus on yourself. Clear your minds, brothers. Get rid of all of this porn. Understand that, man, it's a weapon. And people, you got brothers that's hooked on it religiously, where they're worshiping and idolizing these women. It's poison to your mind. How can you lead a woman if you can't even have a conversation with them without being hypersexualized and perverted? How? You know, it's time for us to clean ourselves. Get rid of the anxiety. Get rid of all the filth that's in your computers, man. Cleanse your vessel. Rid your home of all those demons, man. Just take a break, bro. Take a break. A lot of you brothers be tired and don't even realize it, man. You be tired out here. But I just wanted to make this quick video on this morning, man. I know this video was long. I tried to keep it short. I'm gonna be making shorter streams, you know, because it's important that these messages get all the way across. I didn't mean to be long-winded with y'all, but there's a lot I can say about this topic. If you want to see other videos about this topic, follow me on Patreon. The link is in the description box. I spoke in regards to how testicular cancer is formed, all kind of things. But all praises to the Most High. I love each and every one of y'all. Want y'all to have a blessed afternoon. With that being said, shalom and peace.